Bosnia and Herzegovina, a land of breathtaking beauty, but beneath its stunning landscapes lie places shrouded in darkness, haunted fortresses, abandoned hotels, and ancient forests where the past refuses to rest. Tonight, we uncover the 10 most terrifying haunted locations in this mysterious land. Dare to enter. First, to Tvrdava Kastel, Kastel Fortress, Banja Luka. Perched on the banks of the Vrbas River, Kastel Fortress stands as a silent witness to centuries of bloodshed and despair. By day, it is a historic relic, but by night, it transforms into something far more sinister. Locals whisper of shadowy figures drifting along the crumbling stone walls, their eerie presence sending chills down the spine of anyone who dares to linger. Many have reported hearing whispers in the wind, soft, unintelligible voices, as if the fortress itself is speaking. Some claim to have seen the ghostly apparition of a soldier, forever patrolling the grounds, his hollow eyes searching for something lost in time. Others describe the feeling of invisible hands brushing against their skin, a cold breath on the back of their neck. Is it the tormented souls of fallen warriors, or something even darker, lurking within the fortress's ancient corridors? Whatever it is, Kastel Fortress is not a place to be alone after dark. Second, Vranduk Fortress, Zenica. High on a rocky hill, overlooking the quiet town of Zenica, Vranduk Fortress looms like a forgotten ghost from the past. Its ancient walls have seen centuries of war, betrayal, and untold suffering. But some say the fortress has never truly been abandoned. Visitors speak of chilling whispers echoing through the empty halls, voices calling out in agony, perhaps the spirits of prisoners who once rotted away in its dark dungeons. Others have reported the feeling of unseen eyes watching from the shadows, an oppressive force that makes the air thick and heavy. Some even claim to have seen the figure of a hooded man standing motionless near the entrance, only to vanish into thin air. Is he a lost soul forever trapped within these cursed walls? Or is something far more sinister guarding the fortress? One thing is certain. When night falls, Vranduk is not just a ruin, it is a doorway to something unexplainable. Third, Bijela Tabija, White Fortress, Sarajevo. Standing high above Sarajevo, the White Fortress watches over the city like a silent guardian. But beneath its crumbling walls, something stirs, something unseen, yet deeply felt. The fortress has witnessed centuries of war, executions, and betrayal, and many believe its dead have never truly left. At night, strange lights flicker within the ruins, shadows shift without a source, and the wind carries whispers that have no earthly origin. Soldiers stationed here in the past reported seeing figures in tattered uniforms walking the fortress grounds, only to disappear when approached. Some say a ghostly woman, dressed in white, can be seen standing at the edge of the fortress, staring into the abyss below before vanishing into the darkness. Is she searching for a lost lover, or warning visitors of the fate that awaits them? Those who dare to enter after dark often speak of an overwhelming sense of dread, as if something ancient and restless is watching, waiting, just beyond the veil of reality. Fourth, Hotel Igman, near Sarajevo. Deep in the snow-covered mountains near Sarajevo stands the decaying shell of Hotel Igman, a place frozen in time and in fear. Once a luxury retreat, it now sits abandoned, its empty halls filled with an eerie silence. But silence does not mean emptiness. Those who have dared to step inside speak of chilling whispers echoing through the corridors, distant footsteps that seem to follow, yet never appear. Shadows flicker in the corners, moving without reason, as if the walls themselves are alive. Some claim to have seen a faceless figure standing in the broken windows, watching, waiting. Others report sudden drops in temperature, an unnatural cold that seeps into their bones, no matter the season. Was it the horrors of war that left an imprint here, or is something far older lurking in the ruins? One thing is certain: once you enter Hotel Igman, you are never truly alone. Fifth, Vilina Vlas Hotel, Visegrad. Hidden deep within the forests near Visegrad, Vilina Vlas Hotel stands as a beautiful facade masking unspeakable horrors. Once a place of healing, it became a house of nightmares during the Bosnian War. Locals refuse to go near it after dark, whispering of spirits that still wander its halls, trapped in endless torment. Guests who have stayed here report doors slamming shut on their own, sudden chills creeping through the air, and a suffocating sense of dread pressing down on them as they sleep. Some wake to the feeling of unseen hands gripping their wrists, a cold breath against their ear. Others hear faint cries echoing through the empty corridors, as if the walls themselves are weeping. The mirrors are said to be cursed. Those who look too long claim to see shadowy figures standing behind them. The question lingers: are they merely reflections, or the souls of those who never escaped? 6. Sutjeska National Park, Gentište. Beneath the towering trees of Sutjeska National Park, something lingers, something unseen, yet ever present. This land has witnessed war, bloodshed, and unimaginable suffering. The Battle of Sutjeska left thousands dead, and many believe their spirits still roam the dense forest. Hikers report an unnatural silence, where even the wind dares not stir. Some have heard distant whispers among the trees, voices calling out in a language long forgotten. Others speak of shadowy figures moving just beyond their vision, watching, waiting. The most chilling tales come from those who camp overnight, waking to the sensation of unseen hands pressing against their bodies, breathless, paralyzed. Some flee in terror, swearing they saw soldiers in tattered uniforms standing between the trees, eyes hollow, staring into eternity. In Sutjeska, the past is not just remembered, it lingers, restless, forever lost in the mist. 7. Sarajevo Tunnel of Hope. Beneath the war-torn streets of Sarajevo lies a passage carved from desperation and fear, the Tunnel of Hope. Built to save lives during the siege, it now stands as a cold, dark reminder of the horrors that unfolded within. Step inside, and the air grows heavy, thick with an unseen presence. Visitors speak of hushed whispers echoing through the narrow walls, voices of those who never made it out. Some have felt icy fingers brush against their skin, unseen hands pulling them back, as if the tunnel itself refuses to let them leave. Shadows move where no light should be, and footsteps echo behind you, though no one is there. Soldiers who once passed through here tell of a woman in a tattered dress appearing in the darkness, her eyes hollow, her mouth open in a silent scream. Was she a lost soul, or something far more sinister? In the Sarajevo tunnel, the past is never buried. It waits, watching, just beneath the surface. 8. Pyramids of Visoko. Rising from the earth like ancient sentinels, The pyramids of Visoko defy time and logic. Some believe they are remnants of a lost civilization. Others say they are nothing but hills. But those who have ventured too close tell a different story. Strange energies pulse beneath the ground, electronics fail without reason, and the air hums with an unseen force. At night, shadowy figures are seen moving along the slopes, too tall, too thin to be human. Some explorers report whispers in an unknown language, voices carried by the wind from deep within the tunnels. Others feel an invisible presence following them, unseen hands brushing against their skin. The bravest ones who have dared to spend the night speak of waking up paralyzed, an overwhelming pressure on their chests, as if something ancient and powerful is watching, waiting. The pyramids of Visoko are more than a mystery. They are a warning, carved in stone. Nine. The abandoned village of Lukomir. High in the desolate mountains, where the wind howls like a mournful cry, lies the abandoned village of Lukomir. Once home to generations, now only silence lingers among the crumbling stone houses. But silence does not mean emptiness. Travelers passing through report eerie figures standing in doorways, watching with hollow eyes before vanishing into the mist. Some hear the faint sound of laughter, children's laughter, echoing through the empty streets, though no living soul remains. At night, strange lights flicker between the ruins, and footsteps crunch on gravel when no one is there. The air grows colder, the feeling of unseen eyes pressing down, waiting, expecting. Locals warn never to enter after dark, for those who do often leave, changed, or worse, they don't leave at all. In Lukomir, the past does not rest. It lingers, whispering through the wind, waiting for the next traveler to listen. Ten. Perućica, primeval forest, near Sutjeska. Deep within the untouched wilderness of Perućica, time itself seems to stand still. Towering trees, centuries old, stretch high into the sky, their twisted roots clawing at the earth like skeletal fingers. The air is thick, suffocating, filled with an eerie silence that feels unnatural. Those who enter often speak of a presence, something unseen, something ancient, watching from the shadows. Whispers slither through the trees, voices carried by the wind, in a language no one understands. Hikers report losing their way, even on well-marked paths, as if the forest itself shifts and changes to keep them trapped. Some claim to have seen shadowy figures darting between the trees, always just out of sight. Others tell of waking up in the night, paralyzed, as something unseen presses down on their chests. In Perućica, the forest is alive, and it does not welcome visitors. These are just some of the many places where history and horror intertwine. Would you dare to visit any of them? Or have you experienced something even more chilling? Let us know in the comments below. And remember, some doors should never be opened.